Okay, and we're live. Can everyone hear me? Can everyone hear me? Um, let's just check. I don't want to start if we're good. Apparently we have sound, so that's a result. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Great British Celebrity Virtual Pub Quiz. And yes, I did come up with that name all by myself, for which I apologise. We are here tonight to have some fun, but also to raise money for the NHS heroes that are risking their lives on a day-to-day basis to keep us safe during this coronavirus lockdown. I'm going to come back. I'll probably talk about that quite a lot this evening. But I'll just let you know roughly what we're going to be doing, how it's going to work. We're just going to give everyone a few more minutes to register, although I'm happy to see that we are nearly at capacity for registrations. Let me just check and refresh my screen. We decided that we had enough people to mark 100 papers, and we have 98. We have 98. So if anyone hasn't quite got around to registering, I suggest you do it quite quickly. If you have registered and not had an email from us, don't panic. We're just working through them all, and you will get an email from us in the next few minutes, just to explain the instructions and where to send your answer papers to. So yes, we are. I'll give it a few more minutes just to let people finish their registrations. If you haven't registered and you are just playing along at home, that's very cool. Welcome. Lovely to have you all here. Do feel free to make a donation to the charity for which we are raising money this evening. Let's see. I was going to see myself in reverse on the screen. The address is there. There you go. That's also the registration address. But if you look on that page, you'll be able to see where you can go to donate some money. All the proceeds we make this evening. I'm really hot in here. Is it very hot to just open my shirt? I might just open a window too. Excuse me. There we go. Oh, look at that. Brilliant. So how are we doing, everyone? I'm going to talk to my team a little bit, because I've got a team of wonderful people who are helping run this thing this evening, because God knows I couldn't mark 100 papers by myself and carry on being as charming and as engaging as I'm being right now. No comments. Thank you very much. We still have 2 tickets left. 2 more people can register if they want to. So I will give just a couple more minutes. It's 8:03. Well, maybe till just after 5 past. Yes, while we're here, I will thank them again as we go on, but I want to say a huge, big, massive thank you to a few people. To my sister Anna, who's a quiz aficionado and has spent ages putting together the questions tonight, and she will be collating the scores in the background and passing them through to me. I'd like to say thanks to Matt for helping me do all these technical setup. It's a bit of a sort of foray into the dark for us, so we've been experimenting all day. In fact, if you like the Facebook page, you might have seen us doing some weird testing stuff earlier on in the day. Hopefully everything's going to work tonight, cross fingers. If it doesn't, I'm sure you'll let me know via the comments, and then I will do whatever I can to fix it in real time, because this is TV, you guys. No, it's not. It's somebody in their bedroom. Office. It's my office, not my bedroom. Yes, I would also like to say thank you to James and Michelle, who have helped out a lot. They're going to be marking papers, and to Alex and Katie, who have been a huge help as well. Ed and Joe, who are also beavering away, sort of sending off registration papers, I will be marking papers once you've sent some in. And also a big thank you to my lovely wife, Lucy, who is not only helping out a lot, but she's also had to put up with me being a massive stress all day, because I've been trying to sort everything out for this evening, which will hopefully be worth it. And yes, I've got a running total. So through the evening, I'm going to keep coming back to our Just Giving fundraising total. I'm getting a couple of messages now from people working out how to join. So I'm just going to send a couple of messages. But yes, I'm going to look at I'm going to keep coming back to this Just Giving page. At the moment, we are on £403. Hopefully that's going to go up a bit as we go on in this evening. But of course, don't forget that we've also, through the people who've registered, we have made already an amazing net profit of £1,483.24 before we've even got going. And I've just had a message from one of my team saying that they're all glad that they don't have to be my wife Lucy today, because I really have been absolutely appalling. So Lucy, I'm very sorry. Let me just respond to a couple of these people. Somebody says I look slightly under the weather, so thanks very much for that, Owen. I'm absolutely fine. I have had a slight tickly cough, which I've been desperately trying to get rid of for weeks now. We've been in isolation now for about 3 weeks, really, just voluntary. But I'm pretty sure that my little tickly cough will go away the more beer I drink. And apparently I have something in my beard that looks like a bit of mayo. That's very kind. I'm gonna start ignoring these people now. Right. Okay. Let's see where we are. Alex, can you message me and tell me if we are all set with the registrations? Alex, I'm hoping you're listening to me, and you can tell me. My teammate Ed says dead air is a crime, so he wants me to be at least 25% more entertaining than I'm being at the moment, so I will do that. We're on, it's 7 minutes past 8 now, so we're on 99, so there is literally one ticket left. I am pretty sure that will go in a second. So let's run through how this evening is going to work. So we have this evening 5 rounds of 10 questions each. The rounds all have a topic or a theme. There's no joker rounds or anything. I'm afraid that was going to be way too complicated to work out this evening. But I'll give you a little talk through about what the round's going to contain. At the end of each round, if you're playing, if you're registered, I'll give you a couple of minutes to finish off your answers and then email them back in so they can. Apparently, I need to be at least 35% more entertaining. Thanks, Hannah. So then you'll email them. And mixed in with the questions will be some of our celebrity guests who will be jumping in to ask the odd question. And as you may have seen from some of the publicity, we've got some very exciting people here to join us this evening. It's not often that you get to be grilled by one of the most, possibly the most legendary quiz masters in the country in the comfort of your own home. And also, Jeremy Paxman's going to be here too. So, yeah, look forward to that. Anyway, just on a slightly more serious note, before we properly kick off, I just wanted to draw your attention to something. As you know, we are raising money for frontline NHS staff, and in particular, we're based down here in East Kent, and of which I'm a governor of the East Kent Hospitals Trust. And if you haven't heard already, which you may not have done, because we've got people, I think, from all over the country and possibly even further afield playing this evening. Unfortunately, and very sadly, one of our dedicated, hard-working nurses lost her life to the coronavirus. I think it was today or maybe yesterday. Amy O'Rourke, I'm afraid, passed away in the QEQN. That's the Queen Elizabeth Queen Mother Hospital in Margate. She died protecting all of us and fighting on the front lines of this battle against the virus. And I'm afraid she leaves behind 3 children. And, you know, I can imagine the family is devastated. Everyone at the Trust is devastated. And as a mark of respect, I would just like to pause for 1 minute. So all of us sitting at home can just, in whatever way we feel comfortable, remember, pray, commemorate the lives of Amy, and also anyone else we know or think of who may be in a similar situation. Okay, we'll give that a minute now. Okay, right. So just remember, the reason we're here this evening is to raise money for NHS Heroes. So if you haven't donated already, please can you go to this address here and click that donate button and send some money through. As I say, we'll keep a running total. Anyway, without any further ado, let's get on with the quiz. So, round 1. The last letter of each answer in this round is the first letter of the next answer. So in this round, the last letter of each answer is the first letter of the next answer. So question 1. Born in Trinidad in 1982, which rapper and singer known for her colourful costumes and wigs had a 2010 album called Pink Friday? She went on to be a judge in the 12th season of American Idol. And just in case you missed that, I'm going to put the questions, there we go, up on the screen. And I'll read it out again. Born in Trinidad in 1982, which rapper and singer known for her colourful costumes and wigs had a 2010 album called Pink Friday? She went on to be a judge in the 12th season of American Idol. Question 2, and I don't think we needed to wait too long for this. Question 2 is from one of our great celebrities. So without further ado, let me pass you through to...
Hello, I'm Jeremy. You may have seen me on University Challenge asking ridiculously difficult questions to terribly clever young people. But don't worry, these questions are very, very simple, and they're for a very good cause too. Now, you can make a donation to support NHS workers anytime you like. In fact, I suggest you do it right now. Now, the question I have to ask is, what comes next in this sequence? Australia, Greece, China, UK, Brazil. Pretty easy.
Thank you, Jeremy. Jeremy's question there was, and I will just put that up on the screen for everyone. Jeremy's question was, what comes next in the following sequence? Australia, Greece, China, UK, and Brazil, and then what? And as Jeremy says, it's really easy. Question 3. Which 1968 movie, directed by George A. Romero, that centres around an assault on 7 people trapped in a Pennsylvania farmhouse, has been variously described as the first zombie film? Which 1968 movie, directed by George A. Romero, that centres around an assault on 7 people trapped in a Pennsylvania farmhouse, has been variously described as the first zombie film? And just to let you know, we are up to £753 on our donation fundraiser and £1,498.24 on our registration fundraiser. Together, that makes quite a lot of money. Anyway, which question are we on now? Question 4. Popularised in a 1999 British Airways TV advert, the flower duet is from the opera Lakmé by which French composer? You only need the surname for that. Question 4. The flower duet from the opera Lakmé is by which French composer? And you only need the surname. Question 5. Which English footballer caused controversy in 2001 when he left Tottenham Hotspur on a free transfer to join their bitter North London rivals Arsenal? Which English footballer caused controversy in 2001 when he left Tottenham Hotspur on a free transfer to join their bitter North London rivals Arsenal? Question 6. Oh, we have another celebrity question. This time it's from...
Hi everyone, and welcome to the Great British Pub Virtual Celebrity Pub Quiz. The question from me is, in which city would you find Mandalay Bay, Sahara, Luxor, Paris and Flamingo? Good luck. Don't forget to donate to the NHS. Thank you.
Thank you, Rosie Duffield, MP for Canterbury. So Rosie's question was, in which city would you find Mandalay Bay, Sahara, Luxor, Paris and Flamingo? And just to remind everyone, in case you missed it at the start, the last letter of each answer is the first letter of the next in this round. So in this round, the last letter of each answer is the first letter of the next. Question 7. Which cocktail made up of gin, cherry liqueur, Cointreau, grenadine, lemon juice and Angostura bitters was created by a barman at the Raffles Hotel? Which cocktail made of gin, cherry liqueur, Cointreau, grenadine, lemon juice and Angostura bitters was created by a barman at the Raffles Hotel? Question 8. Fronted by Shirley Manson, which band sang the theme tune to the James Bond film The World Is Not Enough? Fronted by Shirley Manson, which band sang the theme tune to the James Bond film The World Is Not Enough? Not Pierce Brosnan's worst film, I'd say, but not his best. I reckon his best was GoldenEye. GoldenEye? What do you think GoldenEye? Die Another Day. That died on the day it came out. Less said about that, the better. I think Roger Moore found that hilarious. Nobody else did. Question 9. Which anonymous 15th century morality play shares its name with an award-winning 2006 novel by Philip Roth? Which anonymous 15th century morality play shares its name with an award-winning 2006 novel by Philip Roth? How are we all on our 15th century morality plays? Good? Yeah? Hope you've been, everyone's been preparing at home for this quiz. I definitely spent a couple of hours brushing up on my 15th century morality plays. Not as good as the 16th century. I think the 16th century, tailed off a bit. Cracking Bond joke there, Alex. Thank you, Nick. And Roger Moore was the best Bond, but that's been blocked and moved to spam apparently. Yes, if you by the way, if you're playing from somewhere exciting, exotic, do message us in the comments. Let us know where you are, and try and give you a shout out if you're interested. If you're not, then don't. Anyway, where were we? Question 10, last question of round 1. With the atomic number 28, which metallic element on the periodic table shares its name with a denomination of US currency? With the atomic number 28, which metallic element on the periodic table shares its name with a denomination of US currency? Okay, that's the end of round 1. We're going to give it a couple of minutes before we crack on with round 2, not long. As soon as you are done with your answers, please email them in to the team. If you're playing along at home, you can always let us know how you're doing in the comments. I don't know if anyone is, hopefully they haven't, but do not put answers to the questions in the comments on either Facebook or YouTube, because when you get them wrong, you look really silly, and somebody else has to remove them. One of my team has just sent me what he thinks is a very funny shout out. His shout out apparently is to Harry and Meghan playing in Canada, but to the best of my knowledge, I think Harry and Meghan have moved to LA. So the joke's on you, William. See what I did there? Right, okay. We get just maybe 1 more minute before we move on to round 2. Oh, I've been asked to just give it another couple of minutes. Yes, if you need to pop off to the bathroom or crack open another drink or something, I've been told to tell you that you please you must have sent your answers in by the end of round 2. So please send your answers in by the end of round 2 for round 1, obviously. If you're playing at home and just for fun, then don't send your answers anywhere. unless you want to send them to your friend for no apparent reason, just to show how clever you are, possibly. And I will read out the answers to round 1 at the end of round 2. Ooh, yeah. Thanks, Matt. Fundraiser. We have, oh my goodness, this is actually going up a lot. So we've raised £942 in donations so far. It still says 99 tickets sold. So I don't know if there was one ticket that just didn't get through. But that's basically that's nearly £2,500. Nearly £2,500. So I would like to thank every one of you at home who's playing along, whether you're registered or whether you're just playing along at home. Thank you for your generosity so far. I'm going to keep nagging you though for the rest of the quiz to keep just dip your hands in your pocket. Position of being able to indirectly talk with the nurses and the doctors on the front line through the staff, the hospital and staff. Some of them are just basic, obvious things like muesli bars, snacks, nice things to eat on a long shift just to keep people going, and some toiletries to freshen up where they've been cracking on at it for hours. Also hotel rooms. So that they can get a nice, comfortable night's sleep, especially if they're self-isolating and can't go home to their families. But we've also had, I found this rather moving actually. We've been asked to provide some mobile phones, and I think this is a testament to how to the generosity of and the kindness of spirit of some of our frontline staff, because they're not thinking of themselves; they're thinking of the patients who are in isolation, who can't easily communicate with people, because the contact is limited, and so they've asked for some mobile phones which they can give to people, so that they can call their loved ones, call their nearest and dearest when they're on their own in hospital, in isolation. And let's face it, some of these people are gravely ill. So just think about that. And again, if you can just put that thought into donating a few extra pounds to the charity fundraiser this evening, it's going to mean a huge amount to a lot of people. Right. Okay, I think it's time for round 2. Is that all right, team? Can I go on to round 2? I'm going on to round 2. Right, round 2 is Who Am I? Who am I? I'm Alex, obviously, but the question... yes, I'll do that in a second. So, who am I? I'll give you some clues, and you have to say who I'm referring to. Question 1. My older brother gave up his role in the family business by running off to an island with his girlfriend, and I had to be trained to reduce my serious stutter when I took his place. My older brother gave up his role in the family business by running off to an island with his girlfriend, and I had to be trained to reduce my serious stutter when I took his place. So I'd do a big shout out to Charlotte and Sarah playing along in Romford. Hello, Charlotte and Sarah. I hope you're having a lovely evening, and I hope you've donated. Remember, donate. But also, I hope you're enjoying yourselves, because the one thing we can do, it's frustrating being in a position where you can't do more to help. And I know millions of people have volunteered, but ultimately, the best thing a lot of us can do is just sit at home and keep ourselves out of trouble. It may seem selfish in a way to just be, the comfort of your own home when other people are struggling, but that is the best thing that we can do. So please, guys, if anyone, I'm sure we all are, but if anyone isn't, doing the social distancing, practicing the lockdown, then please, you're saving lives just by sitting at home and watching Netflix. See, not all heroes wear capes. Question 2. Born in Stoke in 1974, my career took off in 1990 when I joined what would become a highly successful boy band. My hobbies include winning a record number of Brit Awards and occasionally partying with Liam Gallagher at Glastonbury, although I'm more of a family man these days. Born in Stoke in 1974, my career took off in 1990 when I joined what would become a highly successful boy band. My hobbies include winning a record number of Brit Awards and occasionally partying with Liam Gallagher at Glastonbury, although I'm more of a family man these days. Question 3. I was born in Hawaii and I dated Michelle Robinson for 3 years before we tied the knot in Chicago. I was born in Hawaii and I dated Michelle Robinson for 3 years before we tied the knot in Chicago. Few shout outs. We've got people playing in Faversham. Hello everyone in Faversham. And we have got people playing in Whitstable. Hello Peter and Clan from Whitstable. Jane in Huddersfield. I every time I hear Huddersfield, I just feel that urge to say Huddersfield in what would be an accent from Huddersfield, except I get it very wrong and offend loads of people. So gratefully I won't. Exotic Deal, just like a couple of minutes walk from just normal Deal. Greetings from Malta. Greetings from Malta. Marguerite and John, hello to you over in Malta. So hello everyone. Where are we? Question 4. I was a top-ranked junior tennis player before really making a name for myself as a sitcom actor. Growing up in Canada, I once beat a young Justin Trudeau when we were at school together. Obviously, I didn't know he would grow up to be the current Canadian Prime Minister. Could I be any more sorry? I was a top-ranked junior tennis player before really making a name for myself as a sitcom actor. Growing up in Canada, I once beat a young Justin Trudeau when we were at school together. Obviously, I didn't know he would grow up to be the current Canadian Prime Minister. Could I be any more sorry? I think anyone who's roughly my age, which is probably younger than you think it is, honestly, I am younger than you think I am. But yeah, anyone doesn't know that. And a big shout out to Siobhan in Wigan. Hello Siobhan, I hope you're having fun. And the I think that's Broadbridges and family playing in Poole and Devizes. Hello to the Broadbridges. Hope you're having fun too. And Hannah in Cambridge. Could I put the link to the Just Giving page up? The link on the screen is to the Eventbrite page. Yes, Hannah, but if you go to that page at Eventbrite, then the link to the Just Giving page is on that page. So it's 2 clicks, but it means I don't have to put 2 URLs on the screen. It's probably a good call to just check our fundraiser, see how we're doing. Oh my goodness, guys, £1,427 on the fundraiser, on top of pretty much the same amount in the registered team players. So that's nearly £3,000 in total raised for our frontline staff. And I'd just like to say hello to Ken and family. Ken is a fellow governor of the East Kent Hospital Trust, and we campaign together and annoy lots of people on similar issues. So hello, Ken and family. Right, I think it's time for another celebrity.
Hello there, I'm Helen Fospero. Some of you may remember me from GMTV days and the Lorraine Sofa or Sky News maybe. Currently I'm freelancing for BBC One on The One Show, and I just wanted to say a big thank you for taking part in this event. It really is important that we show our appreciation for the NHS workers who are putting their lives on the line to keep others safe and well and help those of us who are sick to get better. So it's brilliant that you're doing something active and positive to help them out. So my quiz question to you this evening is, in my most famous fair-haired film role, I may have given law students unrealistic expectations of how exciting law school can be. Who am I? Good luck with the answers, enjoy the rest of the quiz, and again, thank you so much for taking part. It's very much appreciated. Bye-bye.
Okay, that was Helen. Thank you very much, Helen. So Helen's question was, in my most famous fair-haired film role, I gave many law students unrealistic expectations of how exciting law school would be. And I've just been rapped on the knuckles by Anna in HQ, who's told me that I misread. And I'm a small mistake in question 4, which was when I was talking about tennis players. It wasn't I once beat a young Justin Trudeau. I once beat up a young Justin Trudeau. I once beat up a young Justin Trudeau when we were at school together in Canada. So back on question 4, although I was a junior tennis player, the clue was I once beat up the Canadian Prime Minister. Question 6. After giving birth to my first child in 2017, I returned to reach the top 10 in my sporting profession, which I dominated with my sister for many years. I am married to the founder of internet news site Reddit, although I'm considered to be the powerhouse of our relationship. After giving birth to my first child in 2017, I returned to reach the top 10 in my sporting profession, which I dominated with my sister for many years. I am married to the founder of internet news site Reddit, although I am considered to be the powerhouse of our relationship. So now we have approximately 350 well, it says for people watching at the time, but I think a lot of people are sitting around and together. So actually for that 350, let's double that. So I think we've probably, I conservatively estimate we've got 700 or 800 people playing this evening. So welcome everyone and thank you for joining us. Okay, question 7. In my video for The Man, released in January 2020, I, a world-famous singer-songwriter, donned a muscle suit, prosthetic makeup and facial sculptures to play my alter ego, Tyler. In my video for The Man, released in January 2020, I, a world-famous singer-songwriter, donned a muscle suit, prosthetic makeup, and facial sculptures to play my alter ego, Tyler. Question 8. As the housekeeper in a classic board game, I was unimpressed to be replaced by Dr. Orchid in 2016. It left me feeling quite murderous. Murderous. As the housekeeper in a classic board game, I was unimpressed to be replaced by Dr. Orchid in 2016. It left me feeling quite murderous. Nice message there from Amy in Canterbury. Hello, Amy. Glad you could join us. Okay, question 9. Question 9. I was born in New Zealand, but I'm now vice captain of the England cricket team. When England won the Cricket World Cup in July 2019, I was named player of the match. I was born in New Zealand, but am now vice-captain of the England cricket team. When England won the Cricket World Cup in July 2019, I was named player of the match. So I gather that we did actually completely sell out of our 100 tickets for people to register. So thank you everyone who's registered to play. I gather there were actually other people who wanted to register as well. So I'm very, very sorry, but we literally couldn't cope with any more papers. In fact, I haven't checked in with the team yet. Team, how are we doing on marking? I'm going to ask question 10, and hopefully by the end of question 10, somebody can tell me whether I can read out the answers to question 1. Okay, question 10. The subject of a recent Netflix documentary, I am part of a small but interconnected community of big cat conservationists. As a zoo owner from Oklahoma, I almost definitely didn't hire a hitman to take out one of my rivals. And the last question of round 2. The subject of a recent Netflix documentary, I am part of a small but interconnected community of big cat conservationists. As a zoo owner from Oklahoma, I almost definitely didn't hire a hitman to take out one of my rivals. And I've got to say, I've seen that documentary and it's very well. It's definitely worth watching. I mean, it's mad. I couldn't quite believe what I was watching. But if you haven't seen it again, watch it. And if you don't know which one we're referring to, it's all right, I'm going to read out the answers in about 10 minutes. So apparently we're not ready yet to the papers are not yet all marked. I think that's probably a good thing because it means we've had so many people participating and playing. Maybe your spelling's so bad that people on my team are desperately trying to understand the blithering waffling of your answers. No, I'm sure that's not the case. Well, I mean, one or two of you probably is. I know you. Let's take a quick look at the fundraising total. My goodness, we have reached £1,627 of the £5,000 target we're aiming for on the donations this evening. So that's 32%. Honestly, I'm just blown away. I hoped we'd get somewhere like here, but we're actually here. This is genuinely happening. So I'd like to thank everyone who's donated, but if everyone hasn't donated, anyone thinking, I still try and do mirrors. This one, yes. Go to this link here, celebritypubquiz.eventbrite.com, and then within that, actually, that page might have been taken down. Can somebody tell me if you can still access that page? If you can't, then somebody needs to put... I need to do something. I could do something clever. Don't worry. Just bear with me a second. Please bear with me for a second. I'm just trying to do a little bit of photoshopping while I'm here. This is the difference, obviously, between live TV and broadcasting from your home office. Let's just see. You see, we have to do our own slides and our own stuff here. But I'm pretty sure my the next time pub quiz will Great British Celebrity Virtual Pub Quiz. Great British Celebrity Virtual Pub Quiz. Look, there we go. So if you feel like you need to help our NHS workers who are right now out there risking their lives to help people like you and me, go to that link, donate some money. Thank you. Right. Team. Can I read out the answers to question 1 yet? Can somebody message me and tell me if it's okay to read out the answers to question 1? Oh, that's nice. So, Paul from the McNichol family in Canterbury has said, my mother-in-law just suggested that this should be a monthly quiz thing. It's absolutely brilliant and we're having a great time. Cheers. Thank you, Paul, and to mother-in-law and to the McNichol family in Canterbury. You're very welcome. I'm glad you're enjoying yourselves. And I reckon we could probably do this again. I can't guarantee I can persuade all the celebrities to join again. Well, we can ask. Let's see how much money we raise. Simon Evans says, superb effort on the sellout. Well done to all involved. So thank you, Simon Evans. That's very kind of you. And Jake says, well done. So thank you, Jake and Janine and family, just down the road from us, who we know actually. So hopefully, at some point again this year, our kids can play together again. Right, team. No, apparently I still can't read out the answers. Come on, I've got to read out the answers eventually. 8:51. We're only on round 2. Oh yes. Sorry, I've been pointed out that I've only been getting my shout outs from. Oh, look at this. Right. Okay. Let's run through some shout outs on YouTube. Annabelle Jameson says hello from France. Hello, Annabelle and friends and family. Fiona Murchie from Scotland. Hello, Fiona. And Tom from Aylesbury. Millwrights Arms team ready to go. So that must have been sent a little while ago. I'm guessing you're your regular pub team from the Millwrights Arms, and you're not actually in the pub right now, because that would be bad. Hello from Chipping Sodbury. That's JP. Hello. And Dawn Bell. Hi from Kent. Kundang. Hi from Harrow. And Sarah Saunders. Hi from Tunbridge Wells. Michael. Hi from Kent. Charlotte. I know Charlotte. Here in the house. Charlotte, you spelled the wrong. Rachel. Hi from Edinburgh. Hey Rachel, all the way from Edinburgh. And Ashley Goldberg from Romford. So hello to you. C McAllister. Was that Home Alone? What's his name in there? Are you Home Alone? C from McAllister. Greetings from Ealing. Possibly C McAllister is a Home Alone. I hope you're not. I hope you have company. But if not, hello, and you've got some company with us this evening. Bampy81 says, I can hear you. Brilliant. Helpful, thank you. And yes. Mark Biggery from sunny Wales. Hello to Mark. And Emma Brammer, Reppin from Faversham. Reppin. I think you're cooler than me, because you can use a word like reppin, and I don't know what reppin means. Henry Gollop, come on, get on with it. Yeah, I want to get on with it. So right, I'm going to read out the answers to question 1. So, incidentally, if you're registered, you should be gradually getting your answer papers back. So you should know how the scores are going. But let's just run through what the answers were. So question 1 was born in Trinidad in I'll just take this one off the screen just in case we get confused. Born in Trinidad in 1982, which rapper and singer known for her colourful costumes and wigs had a 2010 album called Pink Friday? That was Nicki Minaj. Mr. Paxman's question: what comes next in the following sequence? Australia, Greece, China, the UK, Brazil. The answer was Japan, because they were host countries of the Summer Olympics. Which 1968 movie, directed by George A. Romero, centres around an assault on 7 people trapped in a Pennsylvania farmhouse and has been described as the first zombie film? That was Night of the Living Dead. Night of the Living Dead. Question 4. Popularised in a 1999 British Airways advert, the flower duet from the opera Lakme is by Delibes. Lakme from Delibes. Question 5. Which English footballer caused controversy in 2001 when he left Tottenham Hotspur on a free transfer to join their bitter North London rivals Arsenal? The answer was Sol Campbell. Very tall. I've met him actually. Very tall indeed. And yes, our next celebrity question was from Rosie Duffield, MP for Canterbury, where we are based. Where I am based now, and you guys are all over the place. So Rosie's question was: in which city would you find Mandalay Bay, Sahara, Luxor, Paris, and Flamingo? The answer, of course, is Las Vegas, because they are casinos. Question 7. Which cocktail, made up of gin, cherry liqueur, Cointreau, grenadine, lemon juice, and Angostura bitters, was created by a barman at the Raffles Hotel? The answer was Singapore Sling. Question 8. Fronted by Shirley Manson, which band sung the theme tune to the James Bond film The World Is Not Enough? The answer was Garbage. Garbage. Which anonymous 15th century morality play shares its name with an award-winning 2006 novel by Philip Roth? It was Everyman, of course. Everyman. And last question of question round 1. With the atomic number of 28, which metallic element on the periodic table shares its name with the denomination of US currency? The answer was, of course, a nickel, as in a nickel and dime. Let's do a couple more shout outs just before we go on to round 3. Glass Bow Tie says, can you please send a shout out to the Evelina Children's Hospital? Hello, Evelina Children's Hospital. If anyone is in the hospital and watching this evening and you're a patient, well, it's very late. You should be bed by now, I'm sure. It's gone 9 o'clock. I feel like it's gone past my bedtime. And if you work in the Evelina Children's Hospital, well, you're a great person. So thank you for all you're doing. Thank you indeed. And again, if there's any, I'm sure there will be some NHS workers here watching this evening, playing along. But there will also be, amongst everyone, there'll be teachers and people who work in shops and delivery companies who are also all out there on the front line, risking their lives to keep the country moving and to keep people alive, really, because if you can't get your shopping delivered to your house, what do? So I want to say a big thank you to everyone who falls into one of those categories. So all those people who are maybe not NHS but frontline key workers, thank you. You're a great person. You're wonderful for doing what you're doing. And if people agree with me, they could do one of two things. You could either donate some more money. There we go, donate some more money. Or you could just put in the comments, say a thank you or a well done or some nice comment within the comments as a thank you. One of my team saying we're about quarter of the way through marking round 2, so can I sing a song? You'll be glad to know that I'm not going to sing a song. That would be truly awful for everyone involved. Right, I think it's time to go on to round 3. Is everyone ready for round 3? TV and film. So, question 1 of round 3. I'd like, if I may, to take you on a strange journey. Are the narrator's opening lines to which film? Actually, I suppose technically that question should be, I'd like, if I may, to take you on a strange journey. Is the narrator's opening line to which film? Depends how it's written, I suppose. So, I'd like, if I may, to take you on a strange journey. Is the narrator's opening line to which film? Oh, I think it might be time. Oh, it is. This is somebody you probably know.
Hi, I'm Trisha Goddard, sending this message all the way from Connecticut in the USA. You may or may not know me for my Trisha talk shows and most recently for the wonderful fall I had and Dancing on Ice. First and foremost, hey, don't mess with our NHS. I'm a big supporter of the NHS, always have been. Both my parents were nurses their whole career with the NHS, and my younger daughter is also a frontline health worker with the NHS. So let's just hope politicians remember how important the NHS is to us all in the future. Okay, so here's my question. Which movie of 1972 holds the record for holding the most Oscars without having won the Oscar for Best Picture? Now, they won 8 Oscars, including the Oscar for Best Actress, Best Supporting Actor, Best Director, and Best Original Song. But this film holds the record for winning the most Oscars without winning the Oscar for Best Picture. So, which one was it?
Hey Trisha, thank you very much for that. You're a star. So Trisha's question was, which film of 1972 holds the record for most Oscars won by a film that did not win Best Picture? I'd just like to say a very happy birthday to Larry, who is a mere whippersnapper at 67 today, I think. So happy birthday, Larry. And J and A Peyton, who say hello from New Zealand. Hello to New Zealand, everyone. And there's another one message there. Happy birthday to John, aka Daddy, in Chipping Sodbury. So that's another birthday. Happy birthday to John, aka Daddy. And the Evans family playing and donating. Well done, Evans family, from Charlton near Canterbury. Right, question 3. I like this question. Which character from The Simpsons has had 6 husbands named Bob, Lionel, Troy, Stu, Abraham, and Tony? Which character from The Simpsons has had 6 husbands named Bob, Lionel, Troy, Stu, Abraham, and Tony? Question 4. Which Disneyland attraction was the basis of a highly successful film series beginning in 2003, starring, amongst others, actors Geoffrey Rush, Jack Davenport, and Mackenzie Crook? Which Disneyland attraction was the basis of a highly successful film series beginning in 2003, featuring, amongst others, actors Geoffrey Rush, Jack Davenport, and Mackenzie Crook? Will says, please can you say hi to my baby boy Atif, who was born yesterday. Atif, well, congratulations on welcome coming into this world, and congratulations to the parents as well. How simply marvellous. I hope you're giving your parents some sleep, but not during the quiz, obviously, because hopefully they're enjoying themselves and having a good time. Maybe you're giving them some of the answers, because after all, you weren't born yesterday. See what I did there? No, I'm not going to turn it off. No, I'm carrying on going. Just, it was funny. Question 6. Lawyer Jimmy McGill is the central character in which spin-off television series? Lawyer Jimmy McGill is the central character in which spin-off television series? Team, if you could let me know how you're getting on. Give me a quick update on where we're at with the marking and the scores and the everything. I probably should have mentioned that there is a cut-off time for if you don't get your answers back in before I read out the answers, basically, then they're not going to be marked. So you will lose all the points for that round. But as far as I know, that hasn't happened. Maybe the team will tell me if it has. Question 7. The real name of the main character in what comic/tragic BBC television series created by Phoebe Waller-Bridge is never actually revealed during its critically acclaimed 2-season run that concluded in 2019. Put that up on the screen. The real name of the main character in what comic-tragic BBC television series created by Phoebe Waller-Bridge is never actually revealed during its critically acclaimed 2-season run that concluded in 2019. Right, just to let you know, I've had a message from the team. We have our first technical glitch of the evening, which is that apparently we're trying to reply to people who sent in their answer sheets, but it's not letting us send. Not sure why. Team, perhaps you could let me know if anyone hasn't got their answer sheet in, if you're still waiting for anyone. It doesn't matter. All the scores we've got, we will be collating the scores and we'll let you know what the scores are when we've got a running total. But I think it was probably inevitable that technology wouldn't let us down. Do you know what? I've missed out a question. How about that? I'm very sorry. Right, I missed out question 5 of round 3. Apologies for that. So are you ready? Question 5. Which legendary British film director who made a cameo in 39 of his own movies was scared of law enforcement and eggs? Which legendary film director who made a cameo in 39 of his own movies was scared of law enforcement and eggs? So where have we got to? So I missed out question 5, but we did questions 6 and 7. So we are now on to question 8. John Lang is the pseudonym of which American author and screenwriter who created, amongst other works, the television series ER and the film Jurassic Park? John Lang is the pseudonym of which American author and screenwriter who created, amongst other works, the television series ER and the film Jurassic Park? Oh, this is fantastic. Our fundraising total up to £2,029 in the fundraising pot, which added on to the £1,500 in the registrations. Means we are currently on around £3,500 to raise money. All that money is going straight to frontline NHS staff working on on saving our lives as we go through this lockdown corona crisis. Question 9 is a picture. So I'm going to show you a film poster with the pertinent information removed. So I want to know which film this poster belongs to from 2018. Good. Got that? Good. I'm sure we all knew that. Really, really easy. If anyone really needs to see it again, I could probably put it up, but I think you either knew it or you didn't really. So, where are we? Question 10. Question 10. Here oh, guess what? It's another celebrity question.
Hello and welcome to the Great British Celebrity Virtual Pub Quiz. Here with you today is Tanya Franks. You may well know me from various television shows, including currently playing Rainey in EastEnders. Hope you're all well, hope you're having a brilliant time. So today's question from me is, premiering in 2018, which Netflix thriller features a bookshop owner who becomes dangerously obsessed with a customer when he meets her for the first time? Good luck, everyone. Please don't forget to donate to our frontline NHS workers who are remarkable right now. So please donate to them. Have a great night.
Thank you, Tanya. That was brilliant. Isn't Tanya great? Tanya's question was, which Netflix thriller features a bookshop owner who becomes dangerously obsessed with a customer he meets for the first time? So that's the end of round 3. So I tell you what we're going to do now. I'll just make a final little shout out for everyone. Please donate some money. Remember who we're doing it for, and we're able to stay at home and safely enjoy ourselves playing this quiz this evening because people are risking their lives for us to be here. And if something happens to us, we want them to be there as well so they can do what they do best. So first of all, please donate. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give everyone a 10-minute break. So I'm going to put down a countdown on, and so this is a good opportunity to get some refreshments, get a drink, pop off to the bathroom, do whatever you might do when you have 10 minutes alone at home. Right, I will be back with you shortly. Apologies. Welcome back again, this time with sound. This is why I've got a great team behind me, so I apologise for that. Let me and Lucy's just come in to warn me about the sound as well. So let's just start that again. Welcome back to the Great British Celebrity Virtual Pub Quiz. I hope you're all suitably refreshed and you've charged your glasses, charged your batteries. I hope you haven't been charged for breaking the lockdown by the police. And you're ready to carry on with the quiz. We'll do the answers to round 2 in a second. Just to warn you, though, we are having a few technical problems in the background because, you know, that was always going to happen. Basically, because we're so popular this evening, Google can't quite believe, well, they basically shut us down from our emails because they think we're spam because because there's too much traffic going in and out. So my expert team are just sorting that problem out now, and while they do that, I am going to read through the answers to round 2. So, question 1. My older brother gave up his role in the family business by running off to an island with his girlfriend, and I had to be trained to reduce my serious stutter when I took his place. The answer, of course, was King George VI. Question 2. Born in Stoke in 1974, my career took off in 1990 when I joined what would become a highly successful boy band. My hobbies include winning a record number of Brit Awards and occasionally partying with Liam Gallagher at Glastonbury, although I'm more of a family man these days. Who was that? That was Robbie Williams, of course. Question 3. I was born in Hawaii and I dated Michelle Robinson for 3 years before we tied the knot in Chicago. The answer was Barack Obama. Question 4. I was a top-ranked junior tennis player before really making a name for myself as a sitcom actor. Growing up in Canada, I once beat up a young Justin Trudeau when we were at school together in Canada. Obviously, I didn't know he'd grow up to be the current Canadian Prime Minister. Could I be any more sorry? Well, I mean, could he be any more Matthew Perry Chandler from Friends? Matthew Perry. And who did we had? Helen Fospero's question. Who am I? In my most famous fair-haired film role, I gave many law students unrealistic expectations of how exciting law school would be. The answer, of course, was Reese Witherspoon, Legally Blonde. And question 6. After giving birth to my first child in 2017, I returned to reach the top 10 in my sporting profession, which I dominated with my sister for many years. I am married to the founder of internet news site Reddit, although I'm considered to be the powerhouse of our relationship. The answer was Serena Williams. Well done. Question 7. In my video for The Man, released in January 2020, I, a world-famous singer-songwriter, donned a muscle suit, prosthetic makeup, and facial sculptures to play my alter ego, Tyler. The answer was Taylor Swift. As the housekeeper in a classic board game, I was unimpressed to be replaced by Dr. Orchid in 2016. It left me feeling quite murderous. The answer was Mrs. White from Cluedo. And question 9. I was born in New Zealand but am now vice-captain of the England cricket team. When England won the Cricket World Cup in July 2019, I was named player of the match. It was, of course, Ben Stokes. And the last question of round 2. The subject of a recent Netflix documentary, I am part of a small but interconnected community of big cat conservationists. As a zoo owner from Oklahoma, I almost definitely didn't hire a hitman to take out one of my rivals. The answer was Joe Exotic. And so that documentary, that was The Tiger King. I think it described itself as mayhem, madness, and something around there. It's crazy. There's I don't know if that's an accurate portrayal into the life of people who keep big cats, But they all seem to have multiple partners, be a bit sort of cult-like. The woman in it apparently fed her husband to the tigers and stole his millions after she'd separated him from her multimillionaire husband, who was a lot older. And yeah, it was mad. I mean, the guy who the Joe Exotic character, he was a sort of classic redneck. Well, probably not a classic redneck, because he was very openly gay, drug taker. Walks around with a sidearm on his hip and walks in with the tigers, and he ran for president of the United States, and then ran for governor of I think it was Oklahoma they were living in. So anyway, yes, absolutely mad documentary, and totally worth watching. Largely because they're all insane, they have a lot of money, and they're also vain that they keep the cameras pointed on them at all times over the last several years while they were carrying out all these crazy acts. So everything's documented. I mean, who would want to be in front of a camera, streaming to hundreds of people? Yeah. So anyway, apparently we're still suffering from technical problems. So maybe somebody from the team could tell me what they want me to do. I tell you what, let's check the fundraiser again, shall we? So let's see. The fundraiser is now, oh my goodness, up to £2,164. So on top of the other 1,500 and something pounds. That's £3,664. £3,664. That is brilliant, and I can tell you now that there are a lot of people from the trust that I'm privileged to be a governor of, who will be thanking everyone at home who's donating for being part of that, because these little things make a difference. Can you imagine being on the end of a triple shift, when you've done literally 40 hours or something crazy like that? You get to the end of the shift and you're about to cry, and you're spent, and then suddenly there's some nice toiletries, there's some a fruit bar, just a few nice things. Somebody's done something nice for you. That can be the difference between giving up and not, I guess. I'm not suggesting for a second that our wonderful frontline NHS workers, all they need to carry on going is a couple of fruit bars. Of course not. But I'm encouraging everyone at home to remember, this is still going. This bit of technology is still working fine, even if the emails aren't. This, you can still donate some money, and of course we have to be aware of the fact that unfortunately not everyone who works for the NHS at the moment is going to come home from their shifts at the end of this coronavirus, and there's going to be mothers and fathers and daughters and sons, people who are missing somebody at the end of it. That's a really sobering thought. So what can you say to somebody in that situation? Very little. But one thing we can do is, while we have the opportunity, let's get involved, let's raise some money, let's donate to a charity, just to send them a message. If it's whatever you can afford, whatever it's just a few quid, just to say to somebody who's on the tail end of a 30-hour shift, hey, do you know what? This matters. We're grateful. People, you're not just doing this because it's your job. You're doing this and people care and they're grateful. So thank you. So we are still just working through the technical issues. As I say, the technical issues happened because we set up a Gmail account to receive all the papers in, and Google obviously think that we're spamming because we're sending out so many email addresses, so many emails, and people are emailing back into us. Can the team tell me if it's safe to continue yet? Can we move on to question? Can we move on to round 4? team, tell me, can we move on to round 4? Please bear with us while we just do this. Guys, what do you want me to do? Tell me what you want me to do. Okay, well, while they're being slow, let's just let's go through some of the shout outs. Jen Dewey says, "Are you a musician like the studio?" Thank you, Jen. I'm a bit of a hobbyist, really. I was brought up. Both my parents were musicians, so I've grown up with music. But I don't get to play and sing as much as I'd like. The Nuneatonettes are saying hello from Manchester, Nuneaton, and Sheffield. So hello to the Nuneatonettes. Catherine Davies says, "I'm staying up past 8:30 for this. Alex, well done." Catherine, I'm very sorry for keeping you up past 8:30. The AIW3 shout out from husband and wife in Faversham requesting you drink your beer. I would be very, very happy to drink my beer. Okay, right. So I'm. Okay, so everyone, pay attention. If you're for a team who sent in your quiz sheets and you haven't had a response yet, I'm going to have to read out some new email addresses for you to send your answers into. So, could the following teams please email edvirtualquiz@gmail.com? Notorious DOG, Ben Durs, Thin Quizzy, No Hopers, Team Mojo, By Curious George, Fracoco, Last is First, Hairy Toes, Clayton Clan, Isolate, I Thought It Was Wednesday. Okay, so can those people please email edvirtualquiz@gmail.com. Can the following teams please email katiecelebpubquiz@gmail.com. That's katiecelebpubquiz@gmail.com. Pathetic Apricots, John Travolta White Flared Trousers, Manx Massive, Oi You Macalulans, the Nuneatonettes, Prince Charles Handkerchief, the Arseholes, Quarantine, Clayton Clan, Smart Fellas, Spoons. And can people, the following teams email Alex celebpubquiz@gmail.com. That's Alex celebpubquiz@gmail.com. Phil Mitchell on crack, R1 Kiss My Ace, William Williams, Born on 3rd of April, Molehill, The Isolators, 8 Tights, 3 Cats, 2.5 Musketeers, Friends of Hugo. And if you could message Alex celebpubquiz@gmail.com. Team, perhaps you could put those in the comments on social media so people can just see them. And one more lot. Can the following teams email to celebritypubquiz8@gmail.com, celebritypubquiz8@gmail.com, Henry's Heroes, Hilda, WCCTV, Windy4, Ain't No Sunshine, Ariadello, Jelliatrix, Headhunters Originals, Aunt Body, Amber Spider, The Two Without a Clue, and Nerd Immunity. So again, if you could just put those quiz names, the email addresses, and the team names into the comments of so for Facebook and YouTube, then people can see them. I apologise to everyone while we just iron out this little technical hitch. Right, I think without further ado, we're going to move on to round 4. So, oh, sorry, I've got one more list I need to read out. Apologies. Joe's list. I can't see Joe's list. Ed, you'll have to send me Joe. I can't see Joe's list, Ed. You'll have to send it to me again. Oh, here we go. Sorry, one more, last one, then we'll carry on going again. joevirtualquiz@gmail.com. That's joevirtualquiz@gmail.com. The teams to email that email address are Buddle Birthday, Right Bunch of Kens, Randy Rhodes, Sheldwich Stragglers, No Ski, Key, as in QII, The Griffins, Invicta, Testing Times, and The Frenchies. And again, the team is going to put all of those team names and email addresses in the comments of the Facebook and YouTube channels so that you can see them. So without further ado, and I apologise for the wait. Round four. We're here. Released in 1981, which film directed by Steven Spielberg was the first in the Indiana Jones series? Released in 1981, which film directed by Steven Spielberg was the first in the Indiana Jones series? Question 2. What name links an English girl group formed in 1993 who had hits including Black Coffee and Pure Shores, a British fashion retailer headquartered in London, and a station on the London Docklands Light Railway? What name links an English girl group, a British fashion retailer, and a station on the London Docklands Light Railway? Question 3. Costing £100 in the original UK version, which is the only property on the Monopoly board that is named after a pub? Costing £100 in the original UK version, which is the only property on the Monopoly board that is named after a pub. And now it's a where are we? Oh, no, question 4. Question 4. In Top Gun, Lieutenant Pete Mitchell is better known by what name? In Top Gun, Lieutenant Pete Mitchell is better known by what name? And we've got another picture round now. So, taking place annually in Pamplona, Spain. What is the name of the festival being celebrated in this picture? Taking place annually in Pamplona, Spain. What is the name of the festival being celebrated in this picture? And it's just been pointed out to me that once again I've done something wrong. So what I should have said is that all of the answers in this round have a common theme. All the answers in this round have a common theme, so I'll just run through them again quickly. In 1981, the film directed by Steven Spielberg which film was the first in the Indiana Jones series? What name links an English girl group formed in 1993 who had hits including Black Coffee and Pure Shores, a British fashion retailer headquartered in London and a station on the Docklands Light Railway? Costing £100 in the original UK version, which is the only property on the Monopoly board that is named after a pub. In Top Gun, Lieutenant Pete Mitchell is known by what name? And there we go, back up. And taking place annually in Pamplona, Spain, what is the name of the festival being celebrated in this picture? So all of those have a common theme, and the rest of the questions also will have a common theme. So question 6. What is the collective noun for which? The collective noun for which group of animals is a waddle? The collective noun for which group of animals is a waddle? And finally, it's time for me to stop talking again because we have another celeb. Who's it going to be? It's going to be...
Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith. You might have seen me reading the news on BBC South East today. Here is my question for you. What genre of music is broadly made up of swing, blue notes, polyrhythms and improvisation? And as a clue, Ella Fitzgerald has often been referred to as the queen of this genre. I'll just repeat it. What genre of music is broadly made up of swing and blue notes, polyrhythms and improvisation? And as a clue, Ella Fitzgerald has often been referred to as the queen of this genre. Remember, we're doing this all to help raise funds for frontline NHS staff. It's very difficult to say that. So do what you can. Good luck.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you very much. That's Rob from the BBC News South East. And Rob's question was, what genre of music is broadly made up of swing and blue notes, polyrhythms and improvisation? Ella Fitzgerald has often been referred to as the queen of this genre. Stick that up for you. And I've just been asked to remind anyone emailing joevirtualquiz@gmail.com. It's Joe, J-O, not J-O-E. So the team's emailing joevirtualquiz@gmail.com. That's joevirtualquiz@gmail.com. Okay, question 9. Pikes Peak, the second most visited peak in the world behind Japan's Mount Fuji, is in which North American mountain range? Pikes Peak, the second most visited peak in the world behind Japan's Mount Fuji, is in which North American mountain range? And the last question of round 4 is, what links the 9 answers to the previous questions in this round? What links the 9 answers to the previous questions in this round? I'll give you a couple of moments to think about that. While you're thinking, I'll do a few more shout-outs. Caroline Miller says, giving Alan Partridge a run for his money, so thanks for that. I think that's quite a compliment, really. The Ings, Kemsley and Slane families playing collaboratively in Whitstable, Herne Bay, Dorset and Bristol via Zoom meeting. Hello to you guys, you're all very welcome. And a big shout out to the Buggins clan, local people, and they're all very welcome. People say I've missed a question. Have I missed a question? Can somebody tell me? In round 4, I think we had all the questions. Somebody wants to know what's on the table behind me. This is Lego, because I'm I'm 30-something-year-old bloke who got nothing. Well, basically, I like Lego. I'm a huge, big fan. Here's another shout-out. Could you say hi to Laura, Malcolm, and Colin in Haddington, please? Hello to Laura, Malcolm, and Colin in Haddington. It's very nice to have you with you. And George, playing in different households and having a great time for an even better cause. Well, thank you very much for playing along. In fact, let's just check that fundraiser now for a second. Let's see where we are. We're £2,504 in that one, plus £1,500 in that one. Means, goodness me, we have broken the £4,000 barrier. Guys, that's £4,000. That's amazing. Just for our little quiz here. Yes, so thank you so much. Good. Oh, somebody's asked for number 7. Number 7. Maybe I did miss out a question. Here we go. With notable alumni, including John F. Kennedy, John D. Rockefeller, and actress Emma Watson, which Ivy League university is based in Providence, Rhode Island, USA? With notable alumni, including John F. Kennedy, John D. Rockefeller, and actress Emma Watson, which Ivy League university is based in Providence, Rhode Island, USA? Apologies. So we've still got a problem with some emails not coming in. So I think we might have to push on with the round 5. Maybe team, if you could just email everyone, if you could email out a list to all the people who've participated with the list of the team names and the email to address to send it to. Okay, right, we're going to enter the last round now. So the last round is general knowledge. General knowledge. So, what connects Adolf Hitler, Wallace Simpson, Mother Teresa, Jeff Bezos, American women, and you? What connects Adolf Hitler, Wallace Simpson, Mother Teresa, Jeff Bezos, American women, and you? Question 2. True or false? The annual number of worldwide shark bites is 10 times less than the number of people bitten by other people in New York. True or false? The annual number of worldwide shark bites is 10 times less than the number of people bitten by other people in New York. I'm just going to have to read out another. Can the following teams please email all their last papers to celebritypubquiz01@gmail.com. Ascatchies, Votal 3, Guy Barker, Rye Harbour, Leeds, Windy 4, Kathy's Angels, The Butterflies, Flu Fighters, Millwright's Arms, A Lovely Cup of Tea, Leon and Benny. So can they please email celebritypubquiz01@gmail.com. Question 3. Who is the only UK recording artist to have had a UK number one... Sorry, I'll start that again. Who is the only UK recording artist to have had UK number one hits as a soloist, part of a duo, a trio, a quartet, and a quintet? Who is the only UK recording artist to have had UK number one hits as a soloist, part of a duo, a trio, a quartet, and a quintet? Question 5. No, question 4. I'm not missing out a question again. Dr. Robotnik is the main antagonist of which blue, spiny video game character? Dr. Robotnik is the main antagonist of which blue, spiny video game character? I think this might be... Oh no, not quite our last celebrity in question, but our penultimate. So, guys and girls, please say hello to...
Hello, online quizzers. My name is Ben Roddy. You might recognise me from the Marlow Theatre pantomime, where I usually play Dame. That's it. So you can imagine a lot of makeup, ridiculous costume. That's me. It's lovely to see you. I hope you're having a lovely evening. Now, my question for you all is, what is the only letter not to appear in the name of any US state? I'll repeat that. What is the only letter not to appear in the name of any US state? No Googling. Nobody likes to cheat. I can see you looking at your phone. Well, obviously looking at the phone because you're watching this. Anyway, good luck. And make sure you make a donation to the NHS. Keep away from everybody else. It's the law. Just do what I'm doing. I'm just eating through it. Love you. Bye.
And that's Ben Roddy for very, very uncharacteristically dressed as a man. And also, I think we should just all collectively, everyone watching this evening, can we just say a huge congratulations to Ben, who has become a father again this week, this very week. And despite the fact he's just got a newborn baby at home, he's taken the time to join us on this pub quiz to raise money for NHS frontline staff. So thank you, Ben, and huge congratulations. Oh, and we'll just stick his question out there as well. So only a few short questions left. So question 6 of round 5. Only 2 world flags of UN recognised countries don't share any of the colours of the flag of the UK. Only 2 of the world flags of only 2 world flags of UN recognised countries don't share any of the colours of the flag of the UK. One is the African country of Mauritania. Which Caribbean island is the other? Only 2 world flags of countries don't share any colours with that of the UK. Mauritania and who? So question number 7. This is going to require me to pronounce a name that I don't know how to pronounce. On this day, the 3rd of April in 1996, federal agents in Montana apprehended Ted Kaczynski, an American terrorist who had sent explosives through the US postal system. By what name is Ted Kaczynski better known? I apologise if I've mispronounced Kaczynski. Please tell me it's Kaczynski. Kaczynski? Anyone? Is it Kaczynski? Okay, and question 8, another connection question. What specifically connects the following? George Best, John Lennon, Marco Polo, Louis Armstrong, Ian Fleming, and Mozart. What connects the following? George Best, John Lennon, Marco Polo, Louis Armstrong, Ian Fleming, and Mozart. Okay, it's our final celebrity of the evening. If you don't know his face, you'll definitely know his voice, but I think you'll know his face too. He is, of course,
Hello, the Great British Celebrity Virtual Pub Quiz. I'm James Barriscale. You know my face from various things and my voice at the moment from Classic FM. I have the following question, which is, which football ground is the odd one out from the following list? Main Road, Filbert Street, Highbury, the Dell, the baseball ground. Please don't forget to donate to our frontline workers of the NHS. Lots of luck. Bye.
I'm just going to repeat that again. Apparently, it might not have got the full audio, so let's just play that again. 2 seconds.
Hello, the Great British Celebrity Virtual Pub Quiz. I'm James Barriscale. You know my face from various things and my voice at the moment from Classic FM. I have the following question, which is, which football ground is the odd one out from the following list? Main Road, Filbert Street, Highbury, the Dell, the baseball ground. Please don't forget to donate to our frontline workers of the NHS. Lots of luck. Bye.
Thank you, James, the legendary James Barriscale. He's got the most amazing voice, hasn't he? It's this rich, mellifluous baritone voice. Fantastic. Okay, right, God, guys, we are nearly at the end of the quiz, but of course, I haven't read out a lot of the answers yet. But we need to. You have to bear with us. We need a little bit of time to catch up. But so let's finish off with question 10 of round 5. And here it comes, the final question of the quiz. Today is National Find a Rainbow Day. So to finish this round, a rainbow-themed question. Which famous 1973 rock album has a prism and a rainbow on its cover? Half a point for the artist, half a point for the title. So yes, I'll just read that one last time. Today is National Find a Rainbow Day. Which famous 1973 rock album has a prism and a rainbow on its cover? Half a point for the artist, half a point for the title. That was the last question. So I'm going to read out the questions to answer round 3 in a second. Could I've just a message. The teams Leeds, and Windy 4. We're still waiting for your answers rather to round 4. So if you are Leeds, and Windy 4, please could you make sure your answers get in. Okay, so I'm going to run through the answers to round 3. So, I'd like, if I may, to take you on a strange journey. Are the narrator's opening lines to which film? It was the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Trisha's question. Which film of 1972 holds the record for most Oscars won by a film that did not win Best Picture? The answer was Cabaret. Which character from The Simpsons has had 6 husbands named Bob, Lionel, Troy, Stu, Abraham, and Tony? It was Selma Bouvier. Which Disneyland attraction was the basis of a highly successful film series beginning in 2003, featuring, amongst others, actors Geoffrey Rush, Jack Davenport, and Mackenzie Crook? That was, of course, Pirates of the Caribbean. Which legendary British film director who made a cameo in 39 of his own movies was scared of law enforcement and eggs? That was Alfred Hitchcock. Lawyer Jimmy McGill is the central character in which spin-off television series? That's Better Call Saul. The real name of the main character in what comic tragic BBC television series created by Phoebe Waller-Bridge has never actually revealed their name during the critically acclaimed 2-season run that concluded in 2019. That was Fleabag. John Lang is the pseudonym of which American author and screenwriter who created, amongst others, ER and Jurassic Park? That was Michael Crichton. The film poster of the 2 guys in a car was from Green Book. And Tanya's question, premiering in 2018, which Netflix thriller features a bookshop owner who becomes dangerously obsessed with a customer when he meets her for the first time? The answer was You. See what I did there? And so Leeds have sent their answers in. Ed says, could he have the round 4 answers from Ben Durs, Team Mojo, Fracoco, and Isolate? I thought it was Wednesday. And I think round 4, Matt's asking for Windy 4's answers. So what we're going to do now, if you'll forgive me, I know we've gone slightly longer than I hoped, but you'll have to forgive us this technical mastery of trying to do something quite so big. What I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly check the fundraising totals so far, just to see where we are, and then I'm going to just go away for 10 more minutes while we punch all the numbers into the computer and work out who's won. And yes, so let's just see. The total is £2,504 plus £1,500. So that's £4,004. So I want to thank you personally from the bottom of my heart for participating in the quiz, but also for being so kind and generous. I can tell you honestly, it's going to mean a hell of a lot to the people who this money is going to help. Katie's just messaged to say round 4 questions, the Arseholes and Oi You Malikalilans, if you could send those in, please. Right, if the team need anything else, they'll be putting the request in the comments. I'm going to leave you for 10 minutes, and hopefully, technical problems aside, we'll be able to come back to you with the results. Okay, back with you shortly. So I did it again. So welcome back to the end of the quiz. We've been beset by a few technical errors this evening, so I'm sorry. We've never tried anything like this. I've never tried anything like this. So complicated. From the privacy of one's own home, trying to do something amazing for a very good cause. And I want to say a big thank you to the team who have been literally in tears downstairs trying to wrestle with all the technical gripes. I think we should do this again, and maybe next time we will have fewer of these technical gripes. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to read out the answers to round 4. And here we go. I did the answers to round 3, I think. Did I do the answers to round 3? Somebody has to remind me. I did the answers to round 3. So anyway, the answers to round 4. Released in 1981, which film directed by Steven Spielberg was the first in the Indiana Jones series? It was Raiders of the Lost Ark. Oh, by the way, I'm told that there's teams tied, so it's very exciting down there, and very who knows who's going to win. Question 2. What name links an English girl group formed in 1993 who had hits including Black Coffee and Pure Shores, a British fashion retailer headquartered in London, and a station on the London Docklands Light Railway? That was All Saints. Costing £100 in the original UK version, which is the only property on the Monopoly board that is named after a pub. That's Angel, Islington. In Top Gun, Lieutenant Pete Mitchell is better known by what name? That's, of course, Maverick. You can be my wingman anytime. Taking place annually in Pamplona, Spain, what is the name of the festival being celebrated? That was the Running of the Bulls. The collective noun for which group of animals is a waddle? That's penguins. With notable alumni including John F. Kennedy, John D. Rockefeller, and actress Emma Watson, which Ivy League university is based in Providence, Rhode Island, USA? That's Brown University. Rob Smith's question. What genre of music is broadly made up of swing and blue notes, polyrhythms and improvisation? And Ella Fitzgerald has often been referred to as the queen of this genre. It's jazz, obviously. And question 9, Pikes Peak, the second most visited peak in the world behind Japan's Mount Fuji, is in which North American mountain range? That's the Rockies. What links the above 9 answers? They all contained names of American sports teams. The Las Vegas Raiders, New Orleans Saints, Los Angeles Angels, Dallas Mavericks, Chicago Bulls, Pittsburgh Penguins, Cleveland Browns, Utah Jazz, and the Colorado Rockies. Right, there we go. They'll tell me when I'm allowed to read out the answers to question 5. I imagine that it's quite soon. A big shout out to Becca, Ed, and Rich. I also I'm going to do a couple more comments. This man that makes broadcasting look like the hardest job in the world. No, there are harder jobs in the world, and that's, for example, treating patients on the front line of the NHS. Let's see who else is here. Say those who Joe Simpson from Ashmore Green, 40 today. We love you, Jojo. So hello to Joe Simpson from Ashmore Green. Love you, Alex. So much fun. Thank you, Emma. That's very kind. It is actually fun. It's been a bit stressful because, as I say, we've never tried things before. We've got a team of volunteers who are all trying to do something different and worthwhile. Let's check the fundraising total again. If anyone hasn't donated and wants to, we're still collecting. Where is it? It's up there. That's the fundraising total. We're on £2,524 in that pot and £1,500 in the other. So that's amazing. It's still over £4,000, which is just great. That's amazing. So thank you everyone. Let's see if we've got a few more comments to read out. Amy Evans, shout out from Liverpool. You've kept us entertained tonight and all for a good cause. Thank you very much indeed. A number of people pointing out to me that I forgot to put the sound on twice. I'm using all this very funky cool software that I probably need to learn a little bit better for next time. But thank you everyone for pointing that out to me. Yes. I tell you, just put yourself in my shoes here. Doing this for the first time, and lots of people all watching at the same time. Lots of money donated, and things to start to go wrong. Bit of a stressful moment, but again, not anywhere near as stressful as what other people are having to go through. So, thank goodness that we're all sat at home, having a beer. Which is very important. I can tell you I'm going to have a few beers when we're finished on this evening. I've been told a brilliant typo from Facebook. Jeff Evs, you should be proud. You've all done an amusing job. We drank copious amounts of wine and had a great night, and you've raised a fortune. Well done. So I'm hoping, Jeff, you meant we've done an amazing job, but actually you probably did mean we've done an amusing job. So at least if we can't be professional, we can be entertaining. And if we can't be entertaining, we can at least raise some money. So that's good. So team, perhaps you can tell me if it's okay to read out the answers to round 5. A shout out to Guy and Julie from Rye. Hello, Guy and Julie. Caroline Topping from Whitstable. Hi to you. I obviously I know Caroline from years ago, so hello, and it's great to have you on board. Dominique Stevens says, can you pause for a bit, please? I think if I pause for any longer, everyone's going to go to sleep. Can we give a shout out to Ash Village NHS Surgery for all the fantastic work they do? Yes, we can absolutely give a massive shout out to Ash Village Surgery, and indeed all the local surgeries and the people who work in them, who are doing a fantastic job. While I'm just busking like this, please don't forget the last chance to donate a few pounds. Come on, we've been through the mill to get this quiz out this evening. So if it means anything to you guys, please just donate that extra few quid to the good cause. The checker in Ash as well. I'm getting a few of these now because brilliant Matt from the team who's helped me deal with the repair for some of this. He's from Ash, and you'll know Matt, if anyone from Ash, because he helped, or he was really kind of very, very instrumental behind saving the checker in, which is how Matt and I know each other. We worked on pubs, or trying to save pubs, and he turned out to save his. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to save mine. Maybe I should drink more. Well, that's a good idea. I'll drink some more. A shout out to the who have we got now? We've got Mike Rackhabit from Penge. Hello, Mike Rackhabit from Penge. And back on YouTube, God, but there's still quite a lot of people watching. That's impressive. Nellie Murph says we've raised £4,000. I'll double that to end this now. To be fair, Nellie Murph, I'm on your team. I would quite like to be able to wrap up now. We're just still working through these last technical issues because I want to bring you the scores and tell you who has won. Believe me, I want to do that. Email addresses for each team, please. Guys, the team, could we just stick those email addresses and the the teams that have to email them into the comments of the the channels, or if you send them to me, I'll post them and paste them in. Has everyone sent in their quiz, their answer sheets now? Hopefully, they're all sort of nearing done. Oh, good. My father-in-law's just sent me a screenshot of me looking rather embarrassed and not being able to read out the scores just yet. Team, is it okay if I read out the answers to a question to round 5? Team, is that okay? Can I do that? I'm asking, have I got any big plans for the weekend? I tell you, I've got big plans for the weekend. Recovering from this, that would be good. I'll tell you what I'll do. I will post. Somebody said, can I post the answers to round 3? I'm just going to stick the answers to round 3 in the comments. Here we go. There we go. Let's just take those and stick them. I'm going to stick them in the YouTube comments. Here we go. There we go. I've stuck the answers to question 3 in the YouTube comments. Please shout out to Jake Williams. Hello, Jake Williams. There are 2 teams tied for first place. Can you, Anna, just tell me exactly which 2 teams have got? So we've got LGQ on 49, and we've got Headhunters Originals also on 49. So I think that means we have to go to a tiebreaker. Actually, we do have the tiebreaker. So, funnily, I'm just going to play the tiebreaker now. So for everyone at home who you can play along, you can even if you're not one of those 2 teams who's winning. Here we go. Here is the tiebreaker.
Finland introduced mobile phone throwing as an international sport in 2000. The world record is held by a man called Dries Fermans. I assume it's a man. Maybe a woman, I suppose. No, a man called Dries Fermans. To the nearest 10 meters, how far did he throw the mobile phone?
And for anyone who didn't get that, I will just play that again.
Finland introduced mobile phone throwing as an international sport in 2000. The world record is held by a man called Dries Fermans. I assume it's a man. Maybe a woman, I suppose. No, a man called Dries Fermans. To the nearest 10 meters, how far did he throw the mobile phone?
So, if the teams, if teams Headhunters Original and LGQ could please send in their answers now, one of you two has won the quiz this evening. What we're going to do is, because we've had these technical problems, we're just going to post all the rest of the scores onto the Facebook page and to the YouTube page in the next half hour or so. But I think it's probably unfair to keep everyone waiting much longer. Last little shout out, if anyone feels like donating, if anyone hasn't yet, still the chance. Oh my goodness, we've just had a whole load more donations. That's wonderful. Yeah, please just think a few more pounds. There's a lot of people playing. Has everyone donated? You could probably spend, even if you have donated, you could probably just do another £5, couldn't you? Another tenner. Go on, look at the stress we're all going through to get the scores out. And to Jeremy Paxman's tiebreaker, the nearest answer is going to win. Team, perhaps you'll tell me when you've had the tiebreaker answers in. I'm going to run through the answers to round 5 now, just while we're waiting for those. The question, what connects Adolf Hitler, Wallace Simpson, Mother Teresa, Jeff Bezos, American Women, and you? All have won Time Person of the Year. True or false, the annual number of worldwide shark bites is 10 times less than the number of people bitten by other people in New York. True. Who is the only UK recording artist to have had UK #1 hits as a soloist, part of a duo, a trio, a quartet, and a quintet? That's Paul McCartney. Dr. Robotnik is the main antagonist of which blue, spiny video game character? That's Sonic the Hedgehog. Which is the only letter not to appear in the name of any US state? Thanks to Ben Roddy for that. The answer was Q. Question 6. Only 2 world flags of UN recognised countries don't share any of the colours of the flag of the UK. One is the African country of Mauritania. Which Caribbean island is the other? That's Jamaica. Its flag colours are yellow, green and black. On this day, the 3rd of April in 1996, federal agents in Montana apprehended Ted Kaczynski, an American terrorist who had sent explosives through the US postal system. By what name is Ted Kaczynski better known? That was the Unabomber. And what specifically connects the following? George Best, John Lennon, Marco Polo, Louis Armstrong, Ian Fleming and Mozart all have airports named after them. Belfast, Liverpool, Venice, New Orleans, Kingston and Salzburg. And James Barrowscale's question, which football ground is the odd one out in the following list? Main Road, Filbert Street, Highbury, the Dell, the baseball ground. Highbury. The answers are all the others are all. Sorry, the answer is Highbury. The others are all former football stadium names. Highbury was the name of Arsenal's old stadium, but is also the name of Fleetwood Town's current stadium. So it's a current stadium name. In case you didn't get that, I'll just read that again. Which football ground is the odd one out in the following list? Main Road, Filbert Street, Highbury, the Dell, the baseball ground. The answer is Highbury. The others are all former football stadium names. Highbury was the name of Arsenal's old stadium, but is also the name of Fleetwood Town's current stadium. So therefore it's a current stadium name. And the final question, I'm sure everyone will have got this. Today is National Find a Rainbow Day. A rainbow-themed question. What famous 1973 rock album has a prism and a rainbow on its cover? The answer was Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. And the wits in Knutsford are saying loving the quiz, so I'm glad somebody's loving the quiz. That's brilliant. And Martin Wright says you've been great. Thank you, Martin. I appreciate that very much. Kim Lewis says go get hammered, Alex. Thank you. Yes, I think that's probably a good idea. Oh, we have a winner. We have, so the answer to the mobile phone throwing contest, the answer was 110 meters. Headhunters, well done, Headhunters, for winning. For everyone else, we will post your scores on the Facebook group and on the YouTube channel very shortly. Thank you again, everyone, for playing. It's an amazing amount of money that you guys have raised this evening. So thank you, everyone. I want to thank again the wonderful team who have been dealing with all the problems in the backgrounds, but also have been instrumental in putting this together. That's Anna, Matt, James, Michelle, Alex, Katie, Ed, Joe, and my wonderful wife, Lucy. Thank you, everyone. And thank you all for playing. If you're playing along at home, I hope you enjoyed yourselves. If you were registered players, I hope you feel you've got your money's worth. I think we're going to wrap up now, but thank you again. Let's do a final total, shall we? Let's do a final official total. So the amount of money raised in the Great British Celebrity Virtual Pub Quiz held today on the 3rd of April, due to finish about 9:30. It's now 10 to 11. The answer is £4,072. £4,072. That is amazing. Thank you, everyone, so much. You're all amazing. Thank you. And if anyone can bear it, we might try and put one of these again together in the future. But for the meantime, thank you for playing. Stay home, stay safe, stay well, look out for each other, and hopefully see you soon on another one of these quizzes. Okay, bye-bye now.